What you want from a man is what you're gonna have to become as a woman. You think you're all that. You think you're this and that. And guess what you are? You don't think nothing of yourself. Stop beefing with these lame ass bitches. Stop fucking on these lame ass niggas. Stop spending so much money where your pocket is flat. Keep shit stacked up for a rainy day. You feel me? Treat me better. You treat me like shit. No, you treat yourself like shit. Because you know he's not shit. And you're staying. And you know he's not shit. And you're accepting it. And you know he's not shit. And you're fucking it. Okay? What's up, you guys? It's your girl Alllovepromise, and welcome back to my channel. The topic of today is going to be, do not let him take advantage of you. Let's get into it. Rule number one, knowing your worth. Like, when you don't think you enough, you accept the most vulnerable, lowest, craziest bullshit ever. Y'all, do y'all know the last relationship I was in, I was spending like all my money on a nigga? Do y'all know, like, the last relationship I was in, like, when he would talk shit, like, I would accept it. Like, I would, you feel me? Like, if he didn't have no money in his pocket, I was the one. You feel me? You feel me? Like, yeah, breaking bread for a nigga. I mean, thank God he was, you know, mine for a moment. Like, it wasn't like I was just breaking bread to any nigga. But I'm not even going to try to warm up like it was cool. That shit is not cool. That shit is not cool. No, the fuck. It's really simple. Let's just start off like this. If you woke up today, you woke up by God. So if God thinks you're worthy enough to wake up, you should already know, okay, so my worth is basically knowing that if God thinks I'm worthy, then I need to go to God. You know what I mean? I gotta figure out why God thinks I'm worthy. That's when you really gotta start picking your brain. Because one thing niggas like to do is mold your motherfucking brain. And let me speak game real quick. And when I say mold your brain, like, niggas like to really see how far they can go with you. Now, I'm not saying I'm not talking about all niggas is funny. Like, when I talk about this type of topic, these are for niggas that are dogs. These are not just average. Because there's good people out there, but it's harder to find. Especially in 2026. I mean, hello, or 2025, what year are we in? Hello, anybody? Like I was saying, and niggas will try to mold you. And you know what I'm saying? If you have low self-esteem, you don't know your worth, niggas know that. Niggas know demeanor, niggas know aura. Because let me tell you something. I probably pulled the most niggas when I wasn't as confident in myself. Like, when I didn't really know where I was going, when my head really wasn't on a swivel, I pulled the most. Girl, I'm talking about good morning texts flooded. You know what I mean? And once I started knowing myself, knowing my worth, and loving myself more, you would think, you feel me? My phone dry as a raisin. You know what I mean? And I love that, though, because you know what that shows? You know not to come sideways. You know what I mean? Niggas know not to come sideways because I'm on that. You feel me? Like, I don't even have time to waste. I don't even got time to say good morning or how was your day when I truthfully don't give how your day was. But that's besides the point. Knowing your worth is very important. Number two, stand for something or fall for anything. If you're allowing disrespect, if you allowing this nigga to show, take your red flags and run with them. Stop letting red flags turn into 2 flags, 3 flags, 4 flags, blue flags, 5. Stop it. You feel me? Like, I feel like a lot of people normalize, you know what I'm saying, going back to your ex or trying again, or, you know what I'm saying, going back to that toxic life. You're going to live the same life that your toxic family members are living. I don't know about you guys, but, you know what I'm saying, my mom's baby dad, which is my father, wasn't shit. And where she is today, she always talks about if she could go back again, she would have never been with him. She would have chased her dreams. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Everybody got the shoulda, coulda, woulda story. Do you want that shoulda, coulda, woulda story? Because I sure the hell don't. You feel me? Like, if a nigga gonna show you who he is the first time, stand up. You know what I mean? See that for what it is. Let him know you're not gonna run game on me. A nigga cheated on me one time, I didn't look back. Now, was it hard not to look back? Of course. Your emotions wasn't it. You were in love. You were vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? He's seen you at your most vulnerablest times. You're going to want to go back to what's familiar. But if you keep going back to what's familiar, if you keep going back to what's, you know what I'm saying, what you know, what you're used to, you're never going to grow and you're going to live a mediocre life. And if you accept living a mediocre life, you're not really caring, you know what I'm saying, then that's you. Go be it. Live your life. But if you want a life where you want to, you know what I'm saying, do stuff your family never done, you know what I'm saying, money in your pocket, flowing, bad aura on 10, self-care, self-love, boom, boom, bam, you accepting the lowest from a nigga is dirt. If a nigga feels bold enough to not treat you top notch, don't look at him and cuss him out and be like, treat me better, you treat me like shit. No, you treat yourself like shit. Because you know he's not shit and you're staying. And you know he's not shit and you're accepting it. And you know he's not shit and you're fucking it. Okay? Pick a poison. You can't yell at him and threaten him to do better or get mad when he cheat on you or get mad when he do. And he's only going to treat you how you treat yourself, because everything is a self-reflection. Period. You know what I mean? Like, I had to forgive myself to forgive my ex. You know what I mean? I forget, like, I don't talk to my ex, that long gone, long John. But now today wise, I forgive my ex for what he done to me. You know what I mean? Because it was nothing but a self-reflection. I lacked self-love. You know what I mean? And when you lack self-love, you attract low self-esteem guys. Low self-esteem guys, they have to cheat. You know what I mean? They got to see if they still got it. They got to go outside and see, you know what I'm saying, different faces, different bodies, so they can get their aura rushed on again. Because one thing about it, when a nigga sucks you dry and keeps you in his, you know what I'm saying, his circle, you end up becoming part of his program. I don't care if it's a relationship and he don't got no hoes, you're part of his program. And what I mean by that is, he's going to mold your brain into his type of language. You know what I'm saying? You used to be this happy, jolly person. Now you with this nigga and you lost yourself. You know what I mean? Eventually, he's going to want to go outside his circle, cheat, and get that new excitement with a female, because you don't bring that to him anymore. You know why? Because you're part of his program. You do. He knows how you're going to move. He knows if he go cheat, you know what I'm saying, you're going to go back in a few weeks, you're going to block, unblock. It's part of the program. You're an idiot. And I'm saying all these things because if you don't hear it from who are you going to hear it from? Stop letting him think it's okay to shit on you. Stop letting yourself think it's okay for a man to shit on you. What is you doing? Girl, hit the gym. Get your health together. Work on your affirmations. Work on your glow. Get connected to the Most High God. You don't have to be religious. You don't have to go to church. One step at a time. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to know everything you need to do. This breathing is most important. Every day, while I'm working, while I'm just sitting by myself, I breathe. That's the most alignment thing you could feel. You don't have to have it down packed, mamacita. You know what I'm saying? Like, stop letting him think he got you. When I look back at pictures when I was in a relationship, like, I could just see in my face, I was so drained by his energy. He was an energy soul sucker. You know what I mean? And I didn't used to be like that. I was on my toes, y'all. I used to be so, no, this, that. But then I got reeled in. Because I felt alone, I felt vulnerable, I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I needed that. And I ain't gonna lie, like, I'm human. There's times where I'm like, okay, I miss being in a nigga's presence, you know what I mean? I miss going on dates or doing stuff. Well, I can't really say what I miss because that mediocre ass relationship barely had shit. But I can tell you what I crave, you know what I mean? We all have those emotions, but at the end of the day, you have to keep aligning to yourself. Because the more you align to the better version of yourself, the better niggas you get. Clocky. Now, this is not about the niggas, but it's just like, let's say your goal is, you know what I'm saying, to get married and really have that good life and to really have a guy to treat you right. You're gonna have to become that. What you want from a man is what you're gonna have to become as a woman. If you want your nigga to have this and that, you gotta have this and that. I never seen a female to be broke on her ass, not have shit to her name, insecure as have a nigga that was just marvelous. Girl, your energy don't even attract that. You know what I mean? Like, and that's why I feel good to be single, or, you know what I'm saying, I talk to people like that, because it's just like, at the end of the day, at least my energy is clear. At least my energy and aura is good, so it leaves room for the good to come in. You know what I mean? You gotta set boundaries. You gotta stand for something or fall for anything. You know what I mean? I don't care if anybody says, you think you're all that, you think you're this and that, and guess what you are? You don't think nothing of yourself. Clock that. Clock that. You gotta start chin checking these niggas. Because if you don't start chin checking these niggas gonna think it's all fun and games. You know what I mean? Check shit at the door. That's what I wish I would have did. You know what I mean? And I'm young. I'm only 19. Like, you know what I'm saying? I give myself grace. I don't look back and be hard on myself like, dang, Promise, how you let that slide? How you let that slide? Now, sometimes I may get flashbacks and be like, damn, how the you let that slide. But at the end of the day, you know, you gotta fuck up to learn the game. Now, if you keep fucking up, you're just, that's the life you choose, mama. That's the life you want. And if y'all, and when I talk to y'all, I don't want y'all to think that, you know what I'm saying, a mediocre life, or, you know what I'm saying, an average life is bad. Like, everybody doesn't want to be an entrepreneur and do good in life. Some people really just want to be with it and settle, have kids, and chill, and be normal. That's your life. But if you want to be that girl, you gotta learn the game. You gotta learn this shit. And that's why I come on camera and talk to y'all, because I want y'all to learn this shit. I want y'all to get this down to a T. You know what I mean? It took me 6 months to get out of that relationship. It takes people years. If an average person was in my shoes, I was in that relationship. They would still be in there. My mom, that relationship I was in was just like my mom's when she was my age. Generational curses. You feel me? You gotta pay attention. Ask your family members. Even if you don't, you know what I'm saying, your family members are not talkative. See how their life played out. Your auntie, uncles, mom, dad, whatever. It's all in the generation. You know what I mean? Like, me-wise, in my generation, it's bound for me to get pregnant at a young age, keep the baby, stay with a fuck nigga, he do you dirty, you stay married, and you know what I'm saying? And y'all just live a toxic life, maybe break up, and then now you're working a 9-to-5 job for the rest of your life. The average life. And also having big dreams that you can't really fulfill because now you got kids and you're stressed. That's my generation. You know what I mean? Going up and then going down. Y'all, I was sleeping in the basement. I was in the trenches. I come from nothing. I was pregnant. You know what I'm saying? I could have easily chose that life. Fuck that. I chose a different life. And the life I choose is to put myself on, put y'all on, and put my people on. Because at the end of the day, it's nothing like looking back at your older self and be like, damn, bitch, I came far. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing like looking back and be like, I did that. It's nothing like looking in the mirror and be like, oh my gosh, I feel good. I look good. You know what I mean? That's a different feeling. And mama, if you on this camera and you watching me and you know what I'm saying, dealing with, if you're dealing with hardships with just a relationship and you're settling and you know what I'm saying, you want out of it, but you're just so deep in it where you don't even know how to get out of it, all you need to do is really sit by yourself one day, write shit out, how your family is, just write how your relationships is, your mom and dad, how were they, your grandma, your grandpa, how was they, like, write the stories, and write down your story. Write down how your current story is right now. And once you write that out, write down, do you want this? Boom. And you know what I'm saying? And some people may have babies young. That don't mean they're going to be bankrupt. You know what I'm saying? You might do something good. You might shake back and be like, what you thought? Just because you have a baby don't mean you going to make the left turn. That, just me-wise, I knew if I had a baby right now, that would have took me totally left. I would have no room for myself. You know what I mean? And then the baby dad is ain't shit. So it's just like you got an anxious baby dad, then you got his kid, then you stressed, then you can't live your full life, then you know what I mean? You have no room for you. So it's just like, now if you do have a kid, we can talk about that in a different video, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to show love to everybody. But also too, who don't got a kid and you're not really in too deep yet, take this as a sign. Even if you do have a kid, you know what I'm saying? You're not too late. You know what I'm saying? Because you can still conquer with a kid. I know a lot of people that still conquered with a kid. You know what I mean? So majority of the story is stand for something or fight for anything. Have goals. Write your affirmations. Who do you want to become? That's the first thing. Write down who you want to become. Write down who you see yourself being in, like in your 20s, in your 30s. And you know what I'm saying? Once you write that out, ask yourself, are you doing what you're doing right now to get you where you need to be? If not, that's when you need to start going in your life and start fixing shit. Dr. McMuffin, I don't know. Start ranking some shit up. Okay, because life is happening so fast. It's already fucking Wednesday. It felt like last week was just Monday. I don't know. Like, time is flying. Time isn't waiting on nobody. But in the blink of an eye, you're gonna be 30 years old asking what the fuck didn't happen. Stop beefing with these lame ass bitches. Stop fucking on these lame ass niggas. Stop spending so much money where your pocket is flat. Keep shit stacked up for a rainy day. You feel me? And keep fuck niggas away. Amen. I love you guys. I really just came on here to just pop up, show my face, let y'all know your girl is back in the motherfucking house, and we about to be dropping straight bangers, straight heat. Make sure you subscribe if you're new here. Welcome, my loves. My name is Promise, and we drop heat all the time, and we gonna talk because this is, you know what I'm saying, self-love, self-growth journey. Like, it's not easy, you know what I mean? And I just want to talk to y'all every day, or, you know what I'm saying, I only drop once a week. I'm trying to work on 2 times a week, but I have ADHD, and I'm trying to take one step at a time, because I feel like when I have too much on my plate, I fumble the ball and just fuck up my whole thing. So I'm trying to take it easy for myself, because if you've been an OG, then you know I used to post like 4 times a week, 2 times a week, 3 times. Like, girl, it didn't work. Okay. But yeah, I hope I said everything that I needed to say in this video. I love you guys. I can't stress that enough. I want better for you guys. You know what I mean? I never come on this camera to just bash y'all or make it seem like I'm better than y'all. No, because I was in fact in a relationship where, like I said, I was pocket hurting for a nigga. It's like, don't that shit sound crazy? I would never do that shit again. People say never say never. Never do that shit again. Fuck is we talking about? Ever in my fucking life. Nigga, you better come with it. Nigga, don't come without it. Stop playing with me. Anyways, love you guys. Be a bad bitch. You know what I'm saying? I'll see y'all in the next one.